Good afternoon.
Hello.
Mrs. Margaret.
Hi.
Hello, is hot.
How is Anna?
Hello is hot. Is it hot?
There, it is hot, but the wind has changed to be on the eastern side, so it's very nice
Oh, that's good.
and breezy.
Oh,
Yeah. But the humidity is still high.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So 2 o'clock, but still people is not coming.
People are not coming.
Hi, Reverend Kenji, Reverend Stone.
Hello.
Hi, good afternoon. So maybe we can start first. Mrs. Margaret, can you offer the prayer?
Sure. Our loving Heavenly Father and Mother and our true parents, thank you so much for this new week. And we pray that we can have a good meeting today and prepare well as we face the end of this month, the end of this year. So many things to do before the closing of this year, as well as preparing for the next new year. We pray for our true mother's health and protection, and all of our brothers and sisters, especially all the leaders in all the different regions, different continents. And we pray for the success of Oceania in this coming new year. All these things I offer and report. In the name of the Sisters and Blessed Central Family. Adieu.
Aju. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. So I'm not sure why people is not coming. So anyway, let's see. So hi, Reverend Seri. So as I mentioned, this Fundoke, already President Son met the 4 national leaders from Oceania. So Australia, New Zealand, Palau, Solomon Island. So it was, I think, good time. The next meeting is December 20. They are thinking. So then other country, Lebanon City, and also another country, I think, will be joining meeting with President Song. So I really have to prepare from now what to report and discuss, because this is good opportunity. Okay. So anyway, we have to wait a little bit. So we can start the reporting first, then share together. So Reverend Kenji, please.
Good afternoon, leaders. Yes, the past week we had been busy to organize the end of the year event with the 50 years anniversary of the founding of the unification movement in New Zealand. And as a result, the people really enjoyed the gathering, and new and old members gathered together and stimulate one another. And it was a great opportunity to really make a new determination for the next 50 years. And the other thing is that Peace and Security Discussion Group, now they going to launch the fortnight kind of educational meeting to really study the specific topic to well prepare for the presentation in the public. and it's gonna start from the tomorrow evening, 9 o'clock p.m. in New Zealand time, and 7 o'clock p.m. in Sydney and Melbourne time. And anyway, let's see how we can develop it. Anyhow, the specific agenda is that well, educational system in the Western societies more and more the ideological lean the education programs coming in without noticing, and that's the issue that we have to really speak out and to share with the like-minded people and organization to tackle the issue, reaching out the government and all that. That's the kind of aim behind the Peace and Security Discussion Group. And in the bigger level, yeah, really would like to set up the kind of peace and security forum, which cover those kind of internal threat in our region as well. I think and also the witnessing and grassroots level development, keep the educating the principle in a daily basis. And really hope that New Zealand can get the UPA gadget next year to be able to really strengthen the youth department, creating the momentum. And I really hope that the one tertiary education institution, which is called the Manukau Institute of Technology, MIT in abbreviation, sounds famous. We are trying to set up the Peace Club, and staff is already endorsed. Just a matter of the signature from the students. And our hopeful future leader, Toksu Bokoni, is the one whom I'm pushing. And I really hope that we can break through somehow for the youth movement next year. That's all from the New Zealand. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Reverend John, please.
Yes, hello, Reverend Yutaka and leaders. Sorry, a bit late. Update. Yeah, the same sort of incentive now to focus on raising up our second and third gen and youth leaders. So just really, I'm just spending a lot of time focusing on that with the UPA cadets and making sure we really successfully look after their guests and help them to become, full-time and more committed. Really, there's a lot of ideas that people have, but how to work together as a team. It's what is the every priority, when someone gives a good clear reason for it, becomes like, oh, we need to make that a priority. But I always thinking that what Mother wants is to help our second gen become leaders. And then, but leaders how? Take up a full-time mission, or leaders in society, become the next prime minister. I mean, I'm just thinking, how do we move out of just being a small sort of side group to being a group that's really accepted within every aspect of a community, from council to state to federal government levels, but in business, everywhere. I'm just thinking that we have I was reflecting on in my report that we got 270 distant second gen in a way, and which is a lot, and how to connect with them and how to contact and see if they're really want to be more involved. I was talking to one distant second gen not so long ago, and they're looking for reform within our leadership. They think the leadership is not in touch with reality, and trying to understand from what do they think reality is, because the fallen world is a fallen world, but we have to keep. I believe we need the standard that's connected to true parents and how we can really help them to realize that, but also how to be fully embracing. I mean, like reflecting on Wendy Francis's talk at the PCLC, where she's actively affecting government, but in small ways, but it's slowly having some impact. So some things are being discussed and cared. So, I mean, my mind is focusing like that, and really not much more than what was last time. Of course, this weekend we're going to have another DP lab, and we have a number of guests coming, and these guests have shown more interest in wanting to understand more deeply. But I'm just still thinking there's got to be a way to cross this sort of barrier that of being treated as a minority, to being treated as a group that it has something to truly offer society. So anyway, that's I mean, we yeah, I think so. Yeah. I got Reverend Santos calling me just now. Should I tell him he should join? Anyway, so thank you. Anyway, that's all from me.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So second gen education is every time really people is discussing what's the way professional for each field. So anyway, everywhere we need. So before that, who is connected well and really educate? Usually those education or plan should be planned from the really headquarter level of nation or even the region for 10 years or 20 years time period. Then have to educate from high school or even university, then encourage them to become the lawyer or politician or even our church leader side, something. But Oceania case is really even minimum number of second gen is not connected. I think this is really totally problem. Now Korea or Japan, a bigger nation, we are discussing those things, how to make a education roadmap according to their ability. But our area is first have to meet them and also at least let them have a positive feeling first. So anyway, we have to concern. Then step by step, according to their ability or willingness, I think we can also think well. Okay, thank you. Next, Reverend Ito, please.
General election is over, but still ballot from the United States not arrived yet, not completely. So always this is a problem from the election time. So not final, not yet final management. Not yet final, maybe soon. Almost 80% is already has done. Anyway, our main issue is for the Sunday service. Actually, for the increasing membership, step by step, we increase from member bring their family, friend, and also like last week, we have 4 member from United States attend with online. Yeah, 2 from the Arkansas, 1 from Hawaii, and in such a way, Marshall is like another Micronesian nation spread out our part of the United States, and many of our members also spread out who attend former CAP member who attend seminar in Australia, and those members actually stay different state, and some stay in Marshall Island, and this time few run for the election for national parliament 2, and for the local councilman 1. Not yet result coming, and also as far as a peace ambassador, several run, and I think few already confirmed to be elected, include Keizai Note and Mr. Yamamura. He attended before our seminar in Ponape. As the time he was a senator, and yeah, he's a relative of Mary Note, younger brother of Mary Note. Anyway, basically, we Sunday service is main until our membership become 50 and more. Then we can expand to the PCLC parliament members, and also the other side, and also for youth. Among current and former members, we try to now figure out for the youth from high teenager until 30, 35, those years old youth gathered together. We try to make another education for the future leadership. Anyway, actually for the second gen, there are no other except my 3 sons. 1 son in Japan. He is now like a business owner, and he has a great experience recently through Chonshinwon prayer. Every time he come to Chonshinwon prayer, he said, when he pray Chonshinwon prayer, he get a lot of inspiration, and amazing, it just make business expansion. Anyway, the result is become a double, and benefit become a triple, something like this, have a lot of debt, so not yet like level of supporting, but his motivation is such a, for support our mission in Marshall Island, something like this. Just God's work, not individuals, personal, or like for benefit, but for the public, for God's providence. And those 2 sons stay in Marshall Island, and both is a Marshall's nationality in this sense. They are now every time bring a member there, and their family also attending our Sunday service. And second one has education, high school teacher. Same time he started working for the Ministry of something public electric companies. And third one is work Ministry of Transport and Communication, related with World Bank, something like this. More and more, they have some social position, and I gradually, not immediately, gradually for them to learn how to do. And not yet nobody can be immediately like a national leader level, and they can take out everything. Still, I need and need still time a little bit. And idealistically, we try to must find out Marshall is hopeful member. Yeah, this is really, we pray, God prepared person, God prepared youth must be exist among youth who already had divine principle. So this is our important main issue. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Levanito. Next,
And also PCLC, yeah. One a former parliament member attended the PCLC yesterday, but he didn't, close the camera. So when camera opened, he is just sleeping on the bed, just appear. I said, "Please close it." Maybe you saw.
really?
He, Mr. Cornelius, former parliament member, minister, yeah. Yes. Anyway, my two sons also attended yesterday. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Levanito. Next, Level City, please.
Good afternoon,
Good afternoon.
everyone. Yeah, my family, we are trying to settle into the Chonchimwon world, participating in the vigils on Friday. And personally, I'm trying to be consistent on the 6 o'clock in the morning, leading up to the 8 o'clock meeting for Oceania. And then the 9 o'clock in the evening, we try to make our family time for meeting, because a few people, about 3 people, go out early morning for work. So we try and make the 9 o'clock in the evening our Chonchimwon time for the family. Yeah. The HJ character A that Dr. Jacinta working on. So I think there's 3 schools that look likely for the new year. So that's an ongoing project for her. She's centering that up. But one school that we got from our visits is Waimaunga College, which is in our area here. That's where my tribal links are, in the Waimaunga district, which is on the outskirts of Apia here. So I'm keen to connect to the school. They have a learning center and they need volunteers. So I want to follow up with this just after school martial arts and homework project that we've had in our other village, so trying to link up the Letongo village, Mangyangi village, and Mota'a village, which are my family connections here in Waimaunga. So that's something that I look forward to for the new year. YSP's ongoing connection to the young people from various church backgrounds, that's going well. The Potu Malosi, but needs more numbers. But it's growing on the campus level. But we need to be more visible and more partners working together on the society level, I think. So that's a work in progress. From the YSP young people, I want to invite them, and I have invited them to study divine principle under the label of World Cup, as in research of the principle. I'm not looking at activity on campus so much, but more specifically studying the divine principle. So we are looking for people to come and study divine principle from all the youth that we associate with from the various projects that we do. Plus also the academicians that we work with. These are the kind of people that I'd like to come in and study. PCRC, Reverend Tamati as the senior advisor, he's too busy they have several businesses, and sometimes it's a hit and miss when they can attend. Yeah, so I need more ministers involved. So we are looking and we are connecting to different people. With Miwa and Masahiro, we are the next step for them is Masahiro coming to Samoa. That's his visit to Samoa, and I mean, people are pointing him towards Samoa, his leaders as well. But I hesitate to push too much with my daughter and him. But as we look at possibilities for second gen leadership, etc., certainly this couple is in the mix of possibilities. But would need more focused, preparation. I mean, Miwa has experience, and certainly Masahiro has experience from Japan. But need some for everybody, meaning that couple, their couple, and us to look at it seriously as some pathway to prepare. Mison, my second daughter, from February, they want to come and join into our clan. So far, they've been living with the boys' clan, but from February, they want to move to where we are. So we are making space physically and spiritually to embrace that. It's not a straightforward thing. That's why I'm working hard on the land here, because we may have to prepare another building here. And Tonoa is my father's land. We are living at my father's mother's area currently, which is down the hill a little bit more. So I am thinking that up here, I will point Mison's family and Yongguan because he's the male heir, and this is the Suafa land. So I would prefer that he focus up here. Development-wise and possibilities of building a house or whatever like that. Yeah, so kind of dividing up our family in this way. That's what I'm thinking of. So I'm working again on the land here, because Samoa, we have to work with the tribal system. So that's our course. We have to embrace that. Tongilmudo, Vanuatu finished their grading this past week. We've been waiting on them to settle everything, and then we will finally do the judging of our continental, forms competition. It's our first one. It's our fledgling step to work together as a region of Tongilmudo. So Solomon Islands, Vanuatu, Samoa. Those are the three nations which seem to be the participants for this forms competition. From the new year, we hope to start looking at the Peace Cup. Again, we're looking at Solomon Islands or possibility of Brisbane. We will see. We will see. But we are dreaming. We are working bit by bit as we can. And that's it. Pretty much.
Okay, thank you. So Miwa couple is thinking to stay in Samoa?
As I say, his leaders are pointing him towards Samoa. And
Really?
yeah, and he's coming here. So I'm not pushing the envelope. I'm just waiting to see his reactions and his feelings, and then we will discuss when he comes.
He never visit to Samoa before?
No. So I
First
think,
time.
yeah, maybe January, or yeah, it will be first time, I think. So now they're preparing.
That's important moment.
Yeah. Thank you. That's it.
Okay, thank you, University. Next, Mrs. Margaret, please.
Good afternoon, Reverend Yamada and everyone. Last week, this is an HTM. My sister and I, one of my sisters and I, or the older sisters, organized that our family second generations, that means the children of our siblings, will take a lead in organizing family events and stuff. So last week, one of our nephew called a meeting to be able to discuss different family situations. In Palau, there's a lot of funerals, and when there are funerals, if your father and mother are connected, then it's almost an unspoken obligation to give money. And sometimes it becomes a big stress for families. So this nephew called a meeting to discuss how to organize better for these kind of things, as well as discussing different family situations. And one of my niece, whose son we sent to Indiana after studying Divine Principle and now working for one of our Hana restaurants, is doing very well. So the manager of the restaurant called Ocean World, Mr. Sato, was very impressed by this young man, that he started him on prep work and now is moving him toward doing sushi as well as Japanese dishes. So this news came to the niece, and the niece shared it at our meeting. And so it was really a good testimony that the Moonies not only have their theology, but they also are very practical. So when they learned that father started these restaurants long time ago in America, and I personally believe he was responsible for the effect of sushi eating in the United States. So Mr. Sato sent a report already to me and to the mother, my niece. And so she shared that. And they were so amazed of how developed this restaurant is. So this has been a testimony of how father has started his work in America and making effect in the culture of eating. So that was a very good testimony on that meeting. And immediately another nephew called for a get together before Christmas. And so Tim and I are praying and preparing that we will use that opportunity to be able to really show about the blessing. And by the way, there's a recent video that was made by U.S. Family Fed on first generation and second generation blessing discussion. I can send it to whoever wants it, but it's a very good testimony of the 2075 blessing. And these couples now have children who have become blessed, and different issues of cultural Japanese American generational black and white are discussed by different couples in this video. So we're hoping that we can have that video presented in our gathering. And normally when we gather, we're looking at close to 40-50 people of my family. So then that will be a great opportunity to kind of using it as a way of thinking. Those who are married, many of the nephews and nieces are married, for renewal of their marital status going into the new year. Also, as you have heard in the morning Hundog, Anna Harto, the daughter of our national Messiah, Johanna, who passed last year, was just offered by one of my nephews a land overlooking the ocean and the capital in Niual, if she wants to build a house, if she wants to come back to Niual. And she was all agreeing to it. So we just came back from looking at the property. So there's a possibility that she would build her own house here in Palau in the future, very near future. She's all sold on diving and snorkeling and kayaking. All these past weeks, she already been certified as a scuba diver, as well as camping for 3 days on her own and kayaking to these islands on her own, which is shocking to many of my Palauan relatives because many young people won't do that. They're too scared to do those kind of things. So she's breaking the limits. And just now this morning when my nephew took her to show the land, she was amazed, and she said, yes, I want to build a house. So he's going to be the one looking for a contractor for her. So it's out of our hands, which is good. I just want to, and also just this last few days, we've been, the students at PCC that we've been working with, staying at the dorm, we told them that we will support by bringing Christmas lights. And it just so happened yesterday we received a package from Arizona from one of our members who sent all the Christmas ornaments. And it was just well timed because we went to PCC and the kids already have trees, 2 trees ready. So we brought the lights and ornaments. And it's possible that we will have a 3-day workshop before New Year and possibly a 7 days evening seminars, because they won't return to school until January 14. So it's a great opportunity to really use this vacation to educate. Just a word or two about meeting with President Song. It was really nice to have an audience with him. And one thing I kind of was saying, you know, we're reaching our 70s. Our son is in the United States and is not planning on coming to Palau anytime soon. So we need a national leader, a 2nd generation national leader. And he listened, and then he said, you find one and educate a Palauan to be a national leader. He said every continent have to have their own people at the helm. And so I knew that already, but I was just trying my luck with him.
Testing the waters.
And then he says, if you present to True Mother, she will tell you exactly what I'm telling you. So don't dream away about getting a national leader, second gen from somewhere. You find one. If you don't have a second gen, then find a first gen and raise a young generation. So actually, it was very good because as we prayed at Chonsimwan, 4 names came. These are people we're already working with. So that was definitely a divine intervention. Now, a word or two from PCLC yesterday. Thank you, Australia, for bringing the Francis. Is that the last name?
Yeah.
Couple? Oh, they were awesome, awesome. And my takeaway with them especially was Wendy, when she said, we should not vacate the public square, the political arena. So a light bulb kind of went in my head with that information, which later I will share with Reverend Yamada first. But definitely, it was so nice to have that caliber of people in this PCLC that are strong Christians out there, not making excuses, but heading forward with their efforts. So that was, and so good to see that they became true family value awardees. So thank you, Australia, for that hard work. And that's it.
Yes, thank you, Mrs. Margaret. So have to find the next national leader from Palawan, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's very important. How to raise up people.
Mhm.
So anyway, I think really training time, if find the young people, better to send to another country, even inside of Oceania or even another region, because really training is not possible within short time. Really have to experience many things, right? So really have to make a plan together.
Reverend
Okay.
Yutaka, I just forgot to mention that tomorrow we are having a UPF
Absolutely.
YSP what do you call prayer vigil, prayer for peace for the Middle East
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
thing. So yeah, the local Muslim and some of the clergy and YSP, we're organizing that tomorrow, 6 to 7. Forgot to tell you.
Okay, evening, right? You have some information,
Yeah.
some link or something that I can share to Oceania also.
No Zoom, just it's the local thing.
Okay. We can
Yeah,
be
yeah.
ready. Okay, thank you, Rosity.
Yeah, it just I just wanted to say also that Air Nauru is flying to Palau and going to Ponape, Marshall Island, and down to the South Pacific and to Brisbane. Also, Air New Guinea is flying directly from Palau to New Guinea and to Brisbane. So if we can have some, you were talking before that the youth in Brisbane are developing something, and that would be nice as a goal to get our people to Brisbane. So they have to fundraise, raise funds, and all that stuff. But definitely, I agree. People have to get out to be able to get the fullness experience with the training. So let's, if we can think about that, looking into that into next year, that would be very helpful.
Brisbane, very attractive.
Wow, that's so Air New Guinea and the Air Nauru will be opening now.
Yeah, Australian embassy has done this. They're
Oh,
the ones who made it possible for Air Nauru to fly to Palau as well as Air New Guinea, and they
And
fly to Brisbane.
and this going to Marshall Island also?
Yes.
Oh, then
It goes
Huh?
through the Micronesian Islands
yeah,
from
yeah.
Palau to I don't know about Chuuk, but to Ponape and to the Marshalls, and then down to the Pacific and to Brisbane. This has never been done before, and as well
Oh.
as Air New Guinea. So let's look into that and have something in Brisbane that we can send people to.
Wow, that's
I
really good.
support that. Samoa supports that.
That's great. Yeah, if
We have a
Brisbane,
link to we have a link to Brisbane as well.
that's
Samoa.
then really we have to have a seminar or education for Ambassador for Peace or youth, right, in centering Brisbane.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
That's
And
it.
also if we can have a national leaders meeting physically in Sydney or Brisbane, and then we go out witnessing, have a revival or something.
Yeah.
I think that would be good also.
I think surely this is important. Now, really, we don't know when we can go to Korea because every year we are meeting in Korea. But looks
Yeah.
like, I don't know, they don't organize anything in Korea. So then we have to organize inside of Oceania, physical meeting. So
Brisbane.
Brisbane is good.
There you go. Yes.
Yeah, then I
Check
think really
locally and let you know. Yeah.
we have to make a plan. If really ideal things is really, if we don't care the money, then we have to organize national leaders meeting in each nation, right? One by one. If we don't
That's
consider the
right.
money. And yeah, Brisbane, Australia or some connected countries good. Let's really think next year, 2024. Then together with education. Okay, thank you. That's great. Livingstone?
Yes, good afternoon, Revenue Taka and all leaders. Thank you so much for your support for the PCLC yesterday. That was a great concluding event for PCLC 2023. I think as Margaret and others mentioned, I think one of the highlights was certainly the awarding of Dr. Peter Francis, Reverend Dr. Peter Francis and Wendy Francis with the True Family Values Ministries Award. That was a great breakthrough because as Margaret was saying, Peter Francis is the principal of the Baptist College. I mean, seminary. It was founded over 100 years ago in 1904. It trains the ministers and the missionaries that they send out all over the world, you know. It's a really major Baptist, college for sure in Australia. She, of course, is his wife, and they're such a terrific couple. And she was explaining. I was just listening this morning because she's very, very much connected and employed by the Australian Christian Lobby, which is the foremost political lobby group in Australia with 250,000 members. And her church, she was saying, is one of the, is strongly financially supporting the ACLC. And she was like about 20 years ago, the founder of ACLC came to their church and talked about how Christians need to get into the political arena. And she was so moved. And from that time on, she's been fully involved. And as you can see, she's a great advocate as well. Anyway, they came to our UPF event, brought down by Stephen Susie Evans in the New South Wales Parliament. That was around about, I think, 2017, when we had the launch of PCLC, IAPP, something like that. She was one of the speakers, but he came as well. I never knew that. I thought that was yesterday was the first time he sort of appeared at any of our events, but I think he actually came. Steve was saying this morning that he attended our event. Anyway, look, it's a terrific opening. You know, the Baptist they base everything on the Bible. That's their reference point. So anyway, we have to go up there and deliver the plaque. We got to get it printed and actually physically then find a way to actually formally give it to them. So we need to put thought into that and then try to strengthen the connection. There's nothing I'd love more than to be able to start to introduce the principle to Peter and Wendy, if it's at all possible. I mean, that would be that requires a huge amount of chongsong, I think, to actually find a way to do that. Anyway, thank you so much once again. Also to Solomon Islands for the lovely song. Steve Can, Pastor Steve from Melbourne, came and a bit late, but he came and gave a nice prayer, and he has asked to speak in a future fellowship. So he's quite inspired. Of course, he wants to say something at a future fellowship, which we need to discuss. So thank you for all the watch parties. Thank you, Palau, New Zealand. Great. Solomon Islands also, they did a great one. So the next one is January the 23rd next year. So let's really support this. It's growing. It's incredibly important in our Pacific Christian-based region. So let's really develop it next year. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you, Reverend Stone. Next, Jenny, please.
Good afternoon, Reverend Yutaka and leaders. As you know, we have this very important report for this year, which is the 6-month Church Growth and Witnessing Accomplishment Report and the National Top 10 News. That's 2. The format is in our group chat, the PAL group chat. So it's due on 2 days, on Friday. So the newsletter will be ready anytime soon, so you can have your reference in making these reports. And also, our biweekly reports is also due this week, but you can prioritize the prior reports this week. I can just collect our biweekly reports next week. And since Reverend Seti is here, I just like to ask for Samoa Tides record from September to November to be put on our database, and also for Palau and Marshall Islands Sunday service and tides record for the last Sunday. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Jenny. Okay, thank you very much. So this December, there are many reports. Especially, Mother want to see the 6 months report. So please, we should submit on 15 this Friday. So anyway, as much as you can, please try and send. This is, I think, really important photo and also some number and the 10 news. So 2023, I think if count, check everything, surely there are something, 10 providential news in each country, right? So I think please try to count 10 news, then we will report. So that's important. And also, like President Son's meeting, this is precious opportunity. So already 3 nations, 4 nations finish. So next country, here is Reverend Ito and Reverend Seti. This opportunity is good things. So I think really can show some national situation. So for example, Reverend Seti, I think Samoa case, really your family is the main family and doing all organization together. So even introduce your family and also activity and share to President Son. This is also one of the important things, how they can recognize that each country or each country's people or leaders. These things is also one of the important point. So please also prepare. Reverend Ito also please prepare. Next December 20. This is not finalized. Depends on the President Son's schedule because he is really busy. So this is another 4-country case. Even these country, it was announced just 1 day before. They suddenly tomorrow we will have some meeting or something like this. So better to be ready fast. Then I think can organize well. So these things. Lebanon City, do you have a Kakao Talk?
No, it's not set up yet.
So basically, what is better way to communicate? Messenger?
Yeah, Messenger.
Okay, maybe then communicate by messenger.
Mm.
Okay, so thank you. Oh, so this December and next week, Anshil is, I think, Mrs. Margaret. Right, Jenny?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes. So next Wednesday.
Mhm.
So now almost Christmas season. But really reflect all 6 months and prepare 2024. So let's really continue well. Is there another additional comment?
A little bit situation in Japan. Can I tell or not?
Shortly, if you tell.
Yeah, and the Japanese government, upper house, lower house, both unanimous make decision about for the support of victim from Unification Church. This, have unanimously done, and they will control all the money for gone. So all the Japanese church money will be checked from the government. Yeah. So no money go out in a very strictly, very, and also current government is very, now they are accused by opposition party around about money, members money issue, corrupted money issue. Now government is very, shaking. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Reverend Nito. Is Reverend Kenji?
I'd just like to add the comment on the PCLC, as I was really pleased to see the Wendy Francis couple as the recipient of the award. That's a big surprise. Actually, she was the one of the guest speaker when the Bob McCloskey's Family First Family Forum was held in 2018. And I was in a conference, and I was amazed by the her commitment to political sphere. And I think that we should be able to more collaborate more with the New Zealand and Australia for the conservative family supported group. That's my opinion. Anyhow, tomorrow one of the guest speaker coming in peace and security discussion group gonna be Catherine. I forgot the last name, but she is also really good at exposing the educational program, the radical educational program, and all those kind of things. Which are really anti-Christian the educational programs that we have to fight for. Yeah, that's all that I wanted to share. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So now peace and security chat group is going on. So I hope Reverend Kenji, please share the link every week or every day, at least 7 days for our Fundok team. Really many people doesn't know the link. So
Yeah,
then you can join.
I'd like to join that, Reverend Kenji.
Yeah. Please inform many times, not only 1 or 2 times. They don't catch. So please share the link all the time. Okay, thank you. So Reverend Stone, can for the closing prayer?
Yeah, please join me in our closing prayer. Dearest Heavenly Parent and beloved true parents, heaven, earth, humankind. we once again, we want to thank you that we can meet regularly every week and to share what's happening in our particular nations, even though we're divided by vast distances and oceans. And the year is coming to a close. We're now nearly mid-December. Christmas is coming up, which is very important in many of our nations. Opportunities to meet with our relatives and to be able to extend our tribal messiahship outreach. Also, we are committed to do reports. These are also important that we can put in the effort to be able to report well. Please inspire all of our national leaders, brothers and sisters, to be able to say the right things and get inspiration for these reports. Also, Reverend Song is meeting personally. This is an amazing first. The international leader of Family Federation on a private meeting with every national leader. Never happened before. 40 minutes. And so we pray for the ongoing success of all these things. And so we pray we can close out the year well. We can prepare really well for 2024 in all the different outreach aspects. And I want to thank you once again and pray in the name of Greg and Reiko, Solar Central Family. Aju.
Aju. Okay, thank you, all leaders. Let's the best. See you again. Have a good day.